YouTube, what's going on fam, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to go over the top 5 meta loadouts in Warzone right now after the season 1 reloaded update. I'm going to go from 5 to 1 in this list, and I'm going to go through all the attachments with you guys. But before we get into the list, if you guys could drop a like on this video, hit the subscribe button and be sure to share and tell a friend, I would truly appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into the list. So starting off with number 5 in this list, we have the Cat AMR and the Striker 9 sniper support build. It wouldn't feel right not to have this sniper in this top 5 list because it can one-shot headshot from any distance, and it does have a great bullet velocity. So for my sniper community, I've got you guys, don't you worry. So starting off with the Cat, with the attachments. For the muzzle, we have got the Sonic Suppressor XL for the muzzle. This is going to improve our bullet velocity and range. And for the barrel, we got the Zang 34 barrel. This is going to improve that damage range again and bullet velocity. And then for the ammunition, we got the 0.5 cal high velocity rounds. Once again, we're going to be really focusing on that bullet velocity, guys, with this sniper. For the rear grip, we got the Phantom grip. This is going to really help with that ADS speed, so the sprint to fire and that ADS speed, so to make you guys slightly quicker to get aim down that sight. And then for the bolt, we got the Empathermal quick bolt, and this is going to help with that rechambering speed, so the fire rate is going to increase a lot with having this attachment on, so I think it's quite a key attachment to have. Moving on to the Striker 9. So guys, like I said, this is specifically a sniper support build. If you want to run the Striker 9 as an out or an out SMG, this area is a completely different build for it. So I built this Striker 9 specifically for sniper support. So with the muzzle, we got the Jack BFB for the muzzle, because it's just so OP with the gun kick control, the vertical recoil control, and that horizontal recoil control. For the barrel, we got the Striker Elite long barrel. This is going to improve that bullet velocity, aiming ideal sway, recoil control, and that damage range. For the optic, we got the NIDA model 2023. Like I said, the optics is always personal preference, guys. You could use the MK3 reflector, or you could use the slate reflector as well on this thing. It is literally personal preference. I just like the NIDA model 23 on the Striker 9. For the ammunition, we want to improve that bullet velocity, so we got that 9mm high velocity rounds in this, and then we got the 50 round drub for the magazine. Like I said, guys, this is for a sniper support build, so we want to be setting this up for those sort of longer engagements as well. But it also is very good at close range as well. Like, trust me, like, it obviously it's not as mobile as if you were to build it as an actual like SMG, like mobility, sort of high mobility SMG build, but it still is very quick ADS speed and still doesn't feel too heavy. So for the close range fights, it still feels very good, but for those medium awkward gun range fights when you can't use the sniper, it is very good for that as well. Moving on to number 4 in this list, we have the BASB and the WSP9, and I've said it in many videos that I've done, guys, this is probably the most underrated loadout in Warzone right now, in my opinion. It's really not talked about enough, the BASB in this WSP9, and guys, this is one I would recommend if you guys are looking for something different to use than the number 1 meta loadout, which we will get into to use right now. Then give this loadout a try. It is honestly insane, and I can't believe more people aren't talking about it, to be honest with you. So starting off with the BASB, we've got the Jack BFB for the muzzle, which is the key attachment really to now making this BASB sort of very sort of top meta now in the long range category, because everyone's complaints with the BASB said, oh, the recoil is very hard to control, it's very shaky. Not anymore. Not anymore with this attachment, guys. So the gun kick control, vertical recoil, and the horizontal recoil is all massively improved. With the barrel, we got the Brewing Venom long barrel. It's going to improve that bullet velocity, that recoil control, that aiming ideal sway, and that gun kick control. For the optic, got the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5 times, just because it's my personal favorite optic to use for long range gunfights. Like I said, always personal opinion, guys, with the optics for you guys, but if I was to recommend an optic to use, that would be the one I would highly recommend. For the underbarrel, we've got the Brewing Heavy Support Grip. It's going to improve that gun kick control, that aiming ideal sway, that horizontal recoil, and that firing aim stability. And then for the magazine, we got the 45 round mag. Moving on to the WSP9 build. For the barrel, we got the WSP Infiltrator Integrated Suppressor Barrel. That is a lot to say, I'm not going to lie. That's going to improve that gun kick control, recoil control, and obviously it acts like a suppressor as well. For the stock, we got the no stock on this one, so going to massively improve that movement speed, that aiming walking speed, that sprint to fire speed, and that ADS speed, which is very key. Like I say, I haven't mentioned this, guys, but this is a high movement mobility build that I've made. If you guys are looking for a bit more recoil control, then maybe put something on like the Dusty Heavy stock maybe, or the WSP Classic factory stock if you want more recoil control. But I've set this up to be a high mobility, so I really like the no stock on this thing. For the underbarrel, we've got the DR6 hand stop, which is going to massively improve that ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and and movement speed. This is a key attachment I'm finding that on SMGs that you need to run, guys, I'm honest with you, because it is very underrated with the mobility this increases. So I feel like you're going to see a lot of people running this DR6 hand stop as the underbarrel just to get that increase in mobility that they are looking for. And for the magazine, we've got the 50 round mag, and then for the rear grip, we've got the Marauder grip. It's going to help with that gun kick control, that firing aim stability, and that recoil control. And honestly, guys, I said it at the beginning before talking about this loadout. This loadout is severely underrated. Give it a go. At number 3 in this list, guys, we have the Pullumyot 762 and the WSP Swarm. Yes, even after the nerfs that they both have received, guys, they are still top tier in the list right now for the long range and the close range. These guns, they definitely have been affected since the nerfs in the recent patch updates in the Reloaded update, for sure, but they are still very good and top tier weapons to use in the meta category right now. So starting off with the Pullumyot 762, it's the same build it's been basically, guys, since the beginning, since it's become meta. For the muzzle, we got the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor. It's going to improve that recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage range. For the barrel, we got the Jack Annihilator long barrel, which is going to improve that bullet velocity and range. Once again, guys, I do have to remember, because a lot of people say to me, I can't find that barrel. That barrel's not available to me. Where is it? You must put the conversion kit on first, which I'll go over now. You must put this conversion kit on first before you can get that barrel. Okay, so if you guys can't find it, the reason is because you haven't put the conversion kit on first. Put it on first, and then you'll find that barrel. And now going on to this conversion kit, the Jack Annihilator ball pup kit. This is the key attachment to have that makes this Pullumyot so good, guys. I mean, look at that rate to fire, that ADS speed, and that mobility and handling. Like, you've got all those pros of making this thing so high mobile, but still having the same TTK as an LMG, but it feels more like an AR than what it does as an LMG. Like, it's just so OP. They really need to nerf that conversion kit into the ground. And for the optic, we've got the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5 times. I won't keep going over it, guys, but personal preference, but that's just what I would recommend. And then for the stock, we got the Command D15 recoil reduction pad. It's going to improve that gun kick control, fire and aim stability, and that recoil control. Still top tier, guys, in the long range meta for sure. And then moving on to the WSP Swarm, guys, like I said, it definitely did get a nerf. Like, it doesn't have, so what I will say about the WSP Swarm is that anything from 10 meters and closer, this thing still absolutely shreds. But it's that sort of awkward medium distance, that sort of anything above sort of 10 to 20 meters distance, you know, those sort of longer engagement for those SMG fights. The damage drop off on this thing is severely been hit, so that's where you're going to struggle with this thing. But trust me, anything 10 meters and closer, you're still absolutely shredding with this WSP Swarm. So starting off with the barrel, accidentally have just taken it off, but we want the WSP Infiltrator integrated suppressor, and once again, it's going to improve that gun kick control, recoil control, and it's going to act as a suppressor. For the stock, we got the FSS Fortress heavy stock. It's going to improve that gun kick control, recoil control, and that fire and aim stability. It also increases the tac stance spread, but at the end of the day, who really cares? I don't, but you guys might care, all right? And I apologize to you guys, but for me, I don't really care about that stack because I never have it in tac stance. For the underbarrel, we've got the Bruin heavy support grip. It's going to improve that gun kick control, aiming ideal sway, horizontal recoil, and that firing aim stability. For the mag, still broken. It's got the 100 round drum, which makes this thing absolutely unbelievable. You can just take out full quads because of this 100 round drum. And then for the rear grip, we got the Marauder grip, firing aim stability, and that gun kick control and recoil control. Honestly, guys, I know you guys might be thinking, wow, you really set this up to improve that gun kick control and that recoil control. Surely this is going to slow the SMG down. No, like, this thing is so mobile as it is before putting these attachments on that you're having to put these sort of attachments on to improve that recoil control just to physically control it, guys. So trust me, it still feels highly mobile, I should say, but still having that crazy recoil control. So give this thing a go, guys. It is still absolutely insane. So coming in at number 2, guys, in this list, and arguably could be number 1 if you are some people as well, but for me, I've got it at number 2. It's the MTZ 762 and the AMR 9. The MTZ 762, I know what you guys are going to say. You can only get a 30 round mag on this thing. No, wrong. There is a way you can now get the 40 round mag on the MTZ 762, and I've always said this thing is literally a mag for having a 40 round or a 50 round mag for making this thing top tier, and now there is a way to do it. Okay, right, I have done a video on it, guys. I've posted it on my TikTok and YouTube short as well, so you guys go and check out that video, and I explain literally step by step how to get this 40 round mag. But briefly, all you have to do, guys, right, to get it, just really quickly me explain, is that put this conversion kit on. Okay, if you put the conversion kit on, you'll get this 40 round mag. All right, once you've done that, put the conversion kit on and 40 round mag, go into a game on Vondel or Erkinstan, whatever, go into it, take the blueprint off, not the blueprint, the conversion kit off in the game, right, keep the 40 round mag on, and simply just back out the game, save it as a blueprint, and then you'll forever have this 40 round mag. Like I said, guys, I've done a video on it if you want it in more detail on my TikTok and YouTube short, right? But anyway, back into the loadout. This loadout is absolutely insane, and with the muzzle, we got the Jack BFB once again for that gun kit control, vertical recoil control, and that horizontal recoil control, which literally stops that sort of visual recoil that you may get this gun without this attachment. And then for the barrel, we've got the MTZ Clinch Pro barrel. It's going to improve that bullet velocity, that recoil control, and that gun kit control. Optic Coriolis Eagle's Eye 2.5 times. I won't keep nagging you guys about it, but that's just what I'll choose. For the stock, we got the EXF Close Quarters Assault stock. It's going to improve that recoil control and that gun kit control. And then obviously, for the magazine, we got the 40 round mag. And then for the SMG, guys, this AMR got a huge buff in the mid-season update, and it's now made this thing absolutely insane, and arguably people will have this number one as well because they absolutely love it. But for me, I've got it number 2. So for the muzzle, we got the L4R flash hider. It's going to improve that recoil control and that gun kit control. For the optic, I've got the MK3 reflector on this one just because I prefer it on this one to the other optics. Once again, you can use the NIDA model 2023 or the slate reflector, completely up to you. For the stock, we got the demo D50 buffer tube. It's going to improve that sprint to fire speed, that aim ADS speed, that aim walking speed, and also it's going to improve that tax stance spread as well. But really, like I said, who cares about that? For the underbarrel, we've got the DR6 hand stop. It's going to improve that ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and that movement speed. And then for the magazine, we've got the 50 round mag. Trust me, guys, this thing's been absolutely buffed so crazy. It's crazy how much it's been buffed. It's now absolutely safe. So give this loadout a go, guys. And coming in at number 1 in this list, guys, you guys could probably guessed it. It's the Ram 7 and the HRM9, or aka the Hammer, as some people are calling it. This loadout is absolutely insane, guys. And I know I said that people could argue that the MTZ 762 could be number 1, and the AMR 9 could be number 1 as well. For me, I just feel like this is the best overall number 1 loadout. I just feel like these two guns have everything you possibly need for a great close range gun and for a great long range gun. So for me, it's number 1. So starting off with the Ram 7, guys, we got the Jack BFB for the muzzle, which I don't need to keep going over. This muzzle is absolutely broken. You guys need to use it. You guys literally need to have it on all your long range guns, basically, except like maybe like your guns that struggle with bullet velocity. If they have good recoil control already, then you don't really need it that much. But for the majority of the time, you need this muzzle on your gun. So gun kit control, vertical recoil control, and that horizontal recoil control. For the barrel, I know a lot of people, I've seen like people switching between the 2 barrels, but for me, I like the XRK Core Mark 40 heavy barrel. For me personally, I just prefer it, and I feel like it gives it sort of less, like much more zero recoil than what the other barrel does. So for this, you've got the gun kit control, the aim and ideal sway, the recoil control, and it also improves that bullet velocity and range as well. For the stock, we got the HVS 3.4 pads. It's going to improve that gun kit control and that recoil control. For the underbarrel, we've got the Bruin heavy support grip. It's going to improve that gun kit control, aim and ideal sway, horizontal recoil, and that firing aim stability. And then we got the 60 round drum to finish off this loadout. I know some of you guys might not like the iron sight on this, but for me, guys, to get that zero recoil feel that you can with this Ram 7s and what basically all the pros are using right now, you kind of need to use this without an optic, because as soon as I've put like a Corio 2.5 times on this thing, the visual recoil isn't nice at all. It's just not pleasant. You could maybe get away with like a NIDA model 2023 or an MK3 reflector or a slate reflector, but for me, it just doesn't feel as good. So guys, I would really sort of say go with the iron sight build, persevere with it. Trust me, this thing literally has zero recoil. It's crazy. Okay, and then moving on to the new SMG, guys, the HRM9 or the Hammer, as some people are calling it. There's a lot of ways to build this this thing, guys, okay? I've sort of built this for sort of high mobility and recoil control as well, but I will quickly say, if you guys want that Growl iron sight, okay, because I know a lot of people are loving this because you've got that classic Growl iron sight, you just need to put on one of these 2 barrels, okay, and then you will get that classic iron sight. For me, if I was to recommend which one to do, I would use the suppressed barrel over the Princeps long barrel. Like, obviously it will improve that bullet velocity and range massively, okay, but I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel better when I've used it with suppressed barrel than that long barrel, okay? So if you want the Growl build, put that barrel on, but for me, I've built this for high mobility and the best recoil control possible, getting the best of both worlds, okay? So starting with the muzzle, we've got the L4R flash hider, it's going to improve that recoil control and that gun kick control. For that underbarrel, we've got the DR6 hand stop, it's going to improve that aim down sight speed, that sprint to fire speed, and that movement speed. For the stock, we've got the folding stock, it's going to improve that recoil control, that gun kick control, and that firing aim stability. And then we've got the 50 round drum for the magazine. And then for the rear grip, we've got the PCS90 assault grip, it's going to improve that gun kick control and that recoil control. And for me, guys, that is the #1 loadout in Warzone right now. So that is my top 5 loadouts in Warzone right now since the mid-season update, and I would highly recommend that you guys use these loadouts ASAP, with Season 2 literally around the corner. It's coming literally February the 7th, so this Wednesday, as I post this video, it is coming. So guys, use these loadouts because who knows what they're going to nerf, what they're going to buff in the Season 2 update. So I'd highly recommend you guys use these loadouts, get it done, and use them now. Also, guys, I do all my testing and stream all my gameplay live on Twitch 3 to 4 days a week. I'll leave a link down below for my channel. We love you guys. Come drop a follow and come join the B fam over on Twitch. And let me know down in the comments if you guys agree with my list or if there's a gun or a loadout that you guys feel like I'm missing. Let me know down in the comments. I'm interested to see what you guys think. And I know I've already said this at the beginning of the video, guys, but you guys could drop a like on this video, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to share and tell a friend. I would truly, truly appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.